We have some breaking news actually coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where we believe that a journalist has been shot at and rushed to a hospital. Shujaat Bhukari has been shot at. This would possibly be one of the first times in the last decade or so that a journalist has been shot at in Jammu and Kashmir. Along with that, two PSOs have also been shot at. That's the breaking news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir. Rising Kashmir editor Shujaat Bhukari has been shot at. Our correspondent Nazir Masoodi has confirmed this, and he has been rushed to hospital. Of course, this coming on a day when when we've also seen that in Bandipora district there was a soldier who was killed, as well as two terrorists killed, and that UN report as well, which said that a lot must be done as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. That was very scathing of India and Pakistan as well, and we've seen a series of such attacks in the last couple of days. Yesterday as well, we saw several ceasefire violations. There have been Pakistani firings. There's been militant attacks on police officials, on security officials. This morning itself, there was an attack on a security official who was returning home. He was on leave. He had served in the Shopian district of South Kashmir, and now, of course, this news of an editor being shot in Srinagar. So that's the big breaking news that is coming at this point. That, of course, Shujaat Bhukari, that image on your screens of the editor of Rising Kashmir, who has been shot in Srinagar. He's been rushed to the hospital along with two other PSOs who were also shot at. This coming on a day when we also reported that an army Jawan had been kidnapped in the Pulwama sector of Jammu and Kashmir by terrorists. He was a resident of Poonch, and he was a soldier who belonged to the 44th Rashtriya Rifles. He was posted in Shopian, where the army has several anti-terror operations ongoing, and he was abducted from there. And also, of course, coming at a time when we've had a series of high-level meetings with the Home Ministry, and now the decision has been taken that unilateral ceasefire with terrorists will not continue after Ramzan. Security officials were not in favor of that. The Home Minister today held a high-level review meeting with the PMO, with the Minister of State and the PMO and other senior officials, including Ajit Doval, the National Security Advisor. And joining us on the phone line right now is my colleague Neeta Sharma. Neeta, what more details do we have at this point of Shujaat Bhukari being shot at or injured seriously?
As of now, the Home Ministry has confirmed that they also have the information that Shujaat Bhukari was shot at. He also had two PSOs. The initial information which is reaching the Home Ministry is that his PSOs have been shot. All three of them they were rushed to the hospital. The condition of the PSOs is supposed to be critical, but as of now, the Home Ministry is only confirming the incident, the details as to what led to the firing, who fired. They're also awaiting from the local police to get details, and then only they can share it with us. Bhairavi?
Right, Neeta, and of course this coming at a day where we've already seen one army Jawan being abducted in Pulwama. Also, of course, that high-level review meeting that the Home Ministry had, the Union Home Minister had with several other ministers, as well as the National Security Advisor. Much was discussed at that meeting, as well as the security situation continues to remain very grim in Jammu and Kashmir.
Absolutely. A high-level security review was done by the Union Home Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, at his residence, wherein the National Security Advisor, the Director Intelligence Bureau, and all the stakeholders from the state and including the centre participated. The Army Chief, Mr. Bipin Rawat, also participated in the meeting. They made it very clear that the Ramzan ceasefire should not be extended, but they have left it to the Home Ministry and the government to take a call. They say any decision which would be taken by the government would be a political one and not based on the facts, because facts state that the violence level in the valley has grown up many a fold. Almost 3 times the terror-related incidents of all heads have grown. That's what was told to the Home Minister. The Home Minister categorically questioned the establishment that why, when a period was given, a lean period was given, why the political establishment could not make use of it to bring relief to the people also. But as of now, we are being told that the Ramzan ceasefire will not continue, but officially they are saying that as of now, no decision has been taken on this front also. Bhairavi?
Right, and Right, and Nazir also joining us on the phone line at this point. Nazir, what more details do we know? How seriously is Shujaat Bhukari injured? What exactly happened?
Well, it is very hard for us to talk about a dear friend who has worked with us for more than 2 decades. And he has been shot. He's very critically injured and he was shifted to hospital along with his two PSOs. He was a protected person because he was facing threats to his life for a long time. If I remember correctly, in early 2000, he was attacked before also, but that time he miraculously escaped after the bullet actually struck inside the pistol of the attacker. Since then, he was under the radar. He was a protected person, but he was outside his office at Press Colony, where these attackers, the terrorists, they came and they fired at him and his PSOs, and he has been critically injured. That's all we know so far. It is a tragic loss how this gentleman, a senior journalist, was targeted, and he was shifted to hospital. We don't know about his condition. Darvi.
Right, Nazir, hang in there. It's a difficult time for all journalists in Jammu and Kashmir who all face a threat there. But as you know, many are pointing out that this sort of an attack hasn't happened on journalists per se in Jammu and Kashmir for a very long time. What sort of a threat perception was there for Shujaat Bhukari, a prominent journalist there in Jammu and Kashmir?
Who are protected by, who are being given security by the police, and he was one among those who is protected person, and he was critically injured along with his 2 PSOs inside his car, outside his office, and immediately they were rushed to hospital. And what we know is he has received several bullets. As I said, it's very hard to even report our own tragedy. A very close friend who has been friend and a colleague for more than 2 decades. And we have worked together in Srinagar. We have seen good, bad, everything together here. And now hearing about this tragic thing is very, very difficult for me to report. But what I know is the attackers, the terrorists, they came, they fired at him. He received multiple bullets and his PSOs as well. He was immediately rushed to hospital. We don't know his condition right now, or they have not issued any bulletin, the hospital or the police so far.